Talent gets you noticed, but mindset takes you to the top. The difference between good athletes and great athletes isn't always physical, it's mental. A strong athlete mindset allows you to stay focused under pressure, recover from setbacks faster, and perform consistently when it matters most. In this video, we're breaking down exactly how to build an athlete mindset, the habits, thought patterns, and daily routines that train your brain for high performance, resilience, and unstoppable confidence. Train your brain to embrace discomfort. Most people run from discomfort. Athletes run toward it. That's one of the biggest differences between someone who stays average and someone who keeps growing. When things get hard, when the workout burns, when the project feels impossible, when the rejection stings, the untrained mind looks for an exit. The athlete mindset does the opposite. It recognizes that discomfort is not a warning sign. It's a signal that growth is happening. The way you build this is through practice, not motivation. Start small. Do the thing you've been avoiding, the difficult conversation, the early morning session, the extra rep. Every time you choose discomfort over comfort, you're training your brain to associate hard things with progress. Over time, your tolerance for difficulty increases. You stop fearing hard moments and start welcoming them because you know what's waiting on the other side. Elite athletes don't just tolerate pain. They train themselves to see it as proof they're working. You can do the same thing in your own life, in your career, your fitness, your relationships. The skill is transferable. The only requirement is that you start choosing the harder path consistently, even when every part of you says not to. Set goals that actually drive you. Athletes don't just have dreams, they have targets. Specific, measurable, time-bound targets that they track and work toward every single day. One of the reasons most people don't make progress is because their goals are too vague. I want to get fit. I want to be successful. I want to be better. These kinds of goals don't create urgency. They don't tell you what to do tomorrow morning. They don't give you a way to measure whether you're winning or losing. The athlete mindset demands clarity. You need to know exactly what you're working toward, exactly when you want to achieve it, and exactly what you're going to do today to get closer to it. Break your big goal into smaller targets, weekly targets, daily targets, then focus only on what's in front of you. This is how athletes train, not by thinking about the championship in month 6, but by focusing on today's session. When you operate this way, momentum builds naturally. You stop waiting for inspiration and start building consistency. And consistency is what separates people who achieve from people who just talk about achieving. Write your goals down. Review them daily. Adjust when needed. But never lose sight of the target. That's the athlete way. Build a routine and protect it. If you look at almost any elite athlete's life, one thing stands out immediately: routine. They wake up at the same time, train at the same time, eat at the same time, recover at the same time. This isn't by accident. Routine removes the need to make decisions constantly, and that's incredibly powerful. Every decision you make drains a small amount of mental energy. When you have a solid routine, you save that energy for the things that actually matter: performance, creativity, problem solving. Your routine doesn't have to be extreme. It doesn't have to start at 4 a.m. or involve ice baths. What matters is that it's yours, that it's consistent, and that it's built around the habits that move you forward. A morning routine that includes movement, focused work, and a clear intention for the day can completely transform your results. The key is to protect your routine from distractions and interruptions. Treat it like a professional obligation, because it is one. When life gets chaotic, your routine becomes your anchor. It keeps you grounded and productive, even when everything around you feels uncertain. Athletes know that a bad day doesn't have to break your routine. Learn to lose without losing your drive. Every great athlete has experienced loss, often in public and painful ways. What sets them apart isn't that they avoid failure, but that they don't let it define them. They process it, learn from it, and come back stronger. This is one of the most important mental skills: failing without quitting. Most people see failure as a reflection of their worth. Athletes reframe it as information. A loss shows what needs work and reveals gaps in preparation or execution. After a setback, ask, "What did I learn? What will I do differently next time?" These questions turn failure into a tool for growth. Top athletes aren't those who never fall. They're the ones who get back up faster, show up the next day, and keep working. Control what's in your head. The mental game is where most competitions are won or lost. Two athletes with the same physical ability can produce very different results depending on their mindset. Negative self-talk, doubt, fear of failure, and worry about others' opinions are all performance killers. Developing the athlete mindset starts with awareness. Notice your internal dialogue during challenges. What is it saying? And is it helping or hurting? Once you recognize negative patterns, you can interrupt and reframe them. Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm learning how to do this." Replace "I always fail" with "I'll figure this out." These mental reps, practiced consistently, train your mind like a muscle. Stay consistent, even when motivation disappears. Elite athletes don't feel motivated every day. They have bad days, lazy days, and moments when they'd rather do anything else. The difference is they show up anyway. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is a decision. They stick to it regardless of how they feel. The athlete mindset is built on consistency, not inspiration. It's not about ignoring your body, but about not letting feelings dictate your choices. The days you don't feel like training are often the most important, because that's when real character is built. Champions train when it's hard. To make this automatic, remove barriers, lay out your gear, schedule your sessions, use accountability, and make doing the work easier than skipping it. Over time, it becomes habit. You stop negotiating. You just do it. That's the athlete mindset in action. Surround yourself with the right people. Environment shapes behavior more than most people realize. Athletes know this. That's why the best teams, the best training camps, and the best coaches produce more champions than random environments do. The people around you either push you to be better or make it acceptable to stay the same. You need to be honest with yourself about which category the people in your life fall into. This doesn't mean cutting people off harshly or thinking you're better than anyone. It means being intentional about who you spend the most time with and what standards those people hold. Seek out people who are where you want to be. Study how they think, how they talk about challenges, how they approach their work. Spend time with people who challenge you, who push back on your excuses, who celebrate your wins but also hold you to a higher standard. If you can't find those people in your physical environment, find them through books, podcasts, mentors, online communities. The athlete mindset is contagious. When you're around people who have it, you naturally start adopting the same habits and beliefs. Your standard rises, your excuses shrink, and your results begin to reflect that upgraded environment. Your body can only take you so far. Your mind takes you further. If this inspired you, hit like and subscribe for more insights on performance and mindset. And watch the next video to learn exercises and routines that strengthen your mental game like a pro.